And what you want to do in this comp is you want to split as support comps to peel for each other. You split off from each other because the way that this helps is. Alright, hey everybody. Appreciate all the support in the videos. Pretty cool to see you guys like the content. So we're going to be continuing it with Kiriko. We're going to be talking about her left click first, which is her healing. So basically her healing super straightforward. It just heals anybody that's on your screen and it'll home into them. Her right click actually got changed a couple seasons ago, a couple patches ago. So it used to do like triple headshot damage and would only do 40 damage on body shot, but they changed it to 60 damage on body shot. So now it does 60 damage body shot and then 2 times multiplier for headshot, so 120 with the headshot. Which means that you can't 2-tap the whole roster, but you can 2-tap some people on the roster, like another Kiriko, Moira, Echo, whoever has the 225 health, you can still 2-tap, which is incredibly powerful, and it's one of the reasons why Kiriko is one of the best supports. Her cleanse is her most powerful ability that she has, her most powerful support ability. Everybody has to keep in mind and tracking it because it can cleanse so many auras. So what I mean by cleanse is if there's an Ana anti-grenade or a Junker Queen ult, it also applies that same like healing debuff. Let's even take Alari's ult, Ashe detonation from her dynamite, like if you're burning and on fire, it can just cleanse all that. And not only does it cleanse it, it actually heals people over time. So you see how I just used that and it healed people. It brought them back up to full health. If you actually cleanse something, it actually does extra healing on top of that. So I didn't actually cleanse anything with these bots, but it does extra healing on top of that. Her swift step. So that's her teleport. Now one of the reasons why Kiriko is so good is because she has so much mobility. She's a really small hitbox, and she has a lot of mobility to be able to wall climb, and she can also use her swift step. So if I just TP in and throw a cleanse, look at that. They're already like back to full health just instantly. That's how good this character is, and you're going to see me abusing that a lot, right? So like for instance, if somebody's chasing me, you can run away, go high ground, maybe swift step back out. Like it is so strong, her movement. Last thing I'm going to talk about is her ultimate. I'm just going to talk about a little tech with it because I'm pretty sure everybody knows how her ult works. But if you didn't know this, if you're on the high ground and you drop it facing the low ground, it's actually going to go on the low ground as well, okay? Now, it doesn't work in reverse. Like, I can't stand here on the low ground and throw it up height. But if you're on the high ground, you can actually use it and it'll come low ground as well. So I hope you learned something. I'm going to be talking like in depth of how I think in a game and how I think Kiriko is the best against Hazard. I hope you guys like the video. Subscribe if you do, and leave a comment. Appreciate you guys. So I don't know if you've been playing Season 14 at all, but Hazard is absolutely dominating the meta right now, okay? He has the most win percentage of any single tank. If you look at the top 500 tank ratings, he's literally the most played of like 80% of the tanks. He's just absolutely dominating everything. And me as a support player mainly, I've been trying to think about the ways that I can try to beat Hazard, okay? And actually in this game, if you look at this game right now, we actually lost 3-0 in the first round. My Lucio said something interesting to me. He said, hey, let's try Kiri Lucio. I think that's pretty good against Hazard. Now in my brain, I've been thinking Ana Brig is the answer to Hazard. But little did I know that Kiri Lucio is actually the greatest support composition against Hazard, and I'm going to be showing you why, okay? Main things that I'm thinking about as we head into it is I want to be trying to keep my Hazard alive, okay? I'm sort of the main healer in this comp because Lucio is not going to be doing it, but if you notice, we're going to be playing Tracer, Genji, Lucio, Kiri, Hazard. So that means that their enemy Hazard really isn't going to have a target to split or to try to kill or to try to pressure out because we can all just run away from him, which means that we're going to be going for their stationary targets like their Ana, their Ashe, and their Zenyatta, and we're going to be pressuring them a lot this game, okay? So as we come out main here, something you notice about our team is we can all just slide around. So even if we look at this main choke point here, if you've ever played Eichenwald, you know that a lot of people peek this corner and they end up dying to the spam here a lot. If you watch us right here, we can all just like climb up here, like we're a bunch of prisoners escaping or something. We can all just climb up this wall, and because we do that, we just effectively break their entire choke and their ability to deal with us because we can just go and skip past them. So if we watch me coming up here, look at that. I just come right up. Our Hazard ends up walling their choke here, like splitting their team effectively like that, and then we can just walk in, okay? So I walk inside here, and right now we're just kind of waiting for the reset for our cooldowns to come back up, and then we're going to go again. Hazard goes in a little bit early. I'm able to get the cleanse off on him so he doesn't die. And because they had to use a lot of cooldowns, we're able to now just completely turn the fight here, okay? So as soon as my team gets full health and I'm comfortable with my team's health, I start throwing out my kunai, which is Kiriko's damage. So you just start tossing them in. And right here, you can already tell that we got the kill because their entire team is terrified of us. They have to play safe, and because they're being forced inside, we're able to just take the point and get the free kill on Hazard. Hazard now has no targets for him to attack on our team, so we're basically just denying their Hazard tons of value. As soon as Ana hits that sleep, I hit that the cleanse on him. And now we're going to be playing positionally for this gate here. Since we capped the point, we're just kind of chilling in here until this comes to this gate here and this gate opens. And I'm just going to be trying to build rush. Right now I'm thinking in my head like, Nick, you need to build rush. Rush is going to be the most important thing you can do. Alright. As this gate starts to open, okay, you're going to start seeing my Hazard actually starts calling out that Genji was 1. He in fact was not 1, and I actually hit a headshot on him as well. As soon as that cleanse comes in, or the anti comes in, you want to cleanse it. Now, we're going to be playing safe here, okay? Our Tracer is in a little deep. I have Rush, and now I want to be rushing through this so that we can kind of break this open. Our main targets are going to be this Ana and this Zenyatta. This Ashe is a little bit too far out of reach, so we got to play it really safe through this mid, because if you think about it, this Ashe controls all of this space, basically, if she's left uncontested here.
Come on.
So, I have my rush up, our Tracer ends up dying, I end up popping my rush. As soon as I pop my rush, you can see that they pop Nano, and they pop Zen ult. Now, I'm going to show you, this is why Kiriko is so effective against this composition, okay? So if you watch them, they start coming after me and after Lucio. And what you want to do in this comp is you want to split, like as support comps, to peel for each other, you split off from each other. Because the way that this helps is, Lucio's going to be able to get away. He has so much mobility. Kiriko doesn't have as much mobility because she doesn't move as fast as Lucio. But if I can pull them to one side, everybody knows that this is just a bait. I'm not actually going to stay here, and I can just TP right out of there. This is why Kiriko is so effective in this matchup against Hazard. Hazard just gets 0 value from it. So since we end up losing Tracer early, we're able to reset the fight really quick and go back in here. Tracer gets a nice stick on their Ana, and I get 2 nice headshots. Now, the first thing we notice heading into here is this Zenyatta is completely isolated. I'm going to be trying to hit anything I can to try to help my Genji on the dive on him, because he just has no help. He can't do anything here. So let's see what happens. So I get literally blocked by this stupid little point 3 times, and then Genji goes in. He was hoping for much more help from me. I threw a cleanse to try to help him out. Did not work. Our Hazard ends up ulting there, and we can't get any value of it, so we just have to reset and we have to get out. But if you noticed here, during this whole fight, if I go back, I didn't even notice this in the moment. We can see what happens here with the enemy Hazard and our Hazard, okay? So we come in, and as soon as we dive on this Zen, that means they have a support kicked out of the fight. We end up getting their tank extremely low, because their tank gets caught in that. And as that happens, since their Zenyatta was forced out and is in an awkward spot, and Ana got stuck before the fight, they have no healers. And our tank was able to take advantage of this really well, and he's able to actually confirm the kill on their enemy tank, which allows us to start pushing the point here. Hazard is the best tank on this map by far now. Like, look at him. He can literally just scale the wall and just climb up. It's so ridiculous how incredibly strong he is. He has to get nerfed mid-season. There's gonna be a lot of things happening here. It always gets really tricky here, because like as a support, you want to be pushing the point, but you also don't want to get off the point. Like if I TP'd in and cleansed, like it's kind of a risk-reward play. I could TP in and cleanse here. The thing is that's bad about it, I was lose the point, and then if I went in here and like say I TP'd in, I cleanse, and then all of a sudden we're losing the fight, I'm just dead, and then we're just going to be down. It's not going to be good. So I decided to actually just stick point here and not actually go in. Even though like they blade and everything. So I actually missed the cleanse on Lucio. It doesn't really matter because we need to reset, but we can reset really quick with this comp. While we're resetting, I'm going to talk a little bit about this point here and like how you can think about it. So it's always really tricky here. Once you start pushing this card in through this bridge here, the enemy is allowed to take this high ground. Like they have the opportunity to. So you're going to see how we kind of work around it and how I try to think about how I can outplay that point without actually taking it from them. Alright, so we're coming in here. I miss all my kunai because I'm so good at aiming. But the idea is there. You just want to start pressuring people out. So I'm just still playing really wide because you want to deny Hazard value. Hazard can't dive me because he knows I'll just TP out. Even though this guy's antied, I choose not to cleanse him. I just don't see the point to. I actually looked at the wall here because if this hit me, I could actually cleanse it, but I ended up not going for the cleanse. And I needed to save it for an important opportunity like this one. So our Lucio ends up beating a Hazard ult. And now I throw my... If you see right here, they have Hazard and Ashe on this Lucio, and obviously you want to be cleansing this Lucio at full health as possible and just trying to deny enemy damage. So I throw it at like full health. It ends up actually saving them there because it saved like 2 or 3 shots and he's able to get out. Once again, this just shows the strength of Kiri Lucio. The fact that he's able to even get out of this situation and I am completely safe on this side. They bobbed, they Hazard ulted, they did all this stuff, and we just denied all that value with this support comp. It is just so incredibly strong against Hazard. Alright, so now they're just in a weird spot, and now I'm starting to take this wide angle here. You hear Transcendence there get popped by their Zenyatta, and now the reason why I'm playing so far wide here is because if I stayed here, this would not be good. That means that Hazard would be able to dive me, but I know that I'm completely safe here because if their team is here and I'm here, there's like I can TP in and save my team if I want to. I'm just really being annoying and I'm kind of trying to threaten this point, okay? I want to try to group up with my team without using my TP. That's kind of what I'm thinking here in terms of like positioning. I'm waiting to TP onto somebody. So now I actually use my TP here. I go in. If you can see us all collapsing on this Hazard was completely out of position because of how we're playing. We're playing just run away from the Hazard. And we're trying to chase down their immobile supports. But as I TP'd in here, let's go back because I thought about a lot of things in this moment. And I'm trying to tell you everything that I'm thinking about. So as I come in here, I see that they pop Transcendence, okay? And right here, I know that both of their supports are going to be up here. And I also know that my Hazard is starting to push them, which means that there's only one direction that they have to go. They either have to run into this back corner here, or they're going to have to drop off the high ground and have to fight us down here, okay? Now, if they want to save this Hazard's in a weird spot where he's kind of... on the other side of this point, which means that they're not able to heal him super effectively. Now, we know that Anna has the nano, and she's going to have to nano him to save him in this moment right here. So, like, there's tons of things happening in my head of why I decided to TP in right here. So I turn around and start hitting him. Here comes the nano. You just heard the nano, and I get really low. But as you can see, I'm about to have a rush. And I know that they're going to be dropping here, because remember, I thought about that as soon as I TP'd. And as soon as I cleanse, I'm able to get my rush up. I turn around and actually rush this way towards their supports versus towards our point. And because I'm able to do that, even though I end up dying here to the Annonade, I now have this rush basically on top of both of their supports. And we're able to clean up the fight. Like, the rush is still impacting their team, and they're able to get the kill on that Hazard there. There's a lot of thoughts that went into that play. It all happens very quickly. You have to make, like, critical decisions so fast in this game, okay? So as we walk in here, my first thought is this. So as a support, you can still make space for your team. And the way that I want to make space here is by coming up this high ground here. And if you start throwing kunai from up top right here, it's going to force them to back up to this corner here, okay? So think of any DPS hero that you can think of, or like Kiriko or whoever. If you're on your team, you can help your team so much by taking this angle and shooting down this like hallway right here. This hallway is going to be very dangerous for them. It's going to make them back up to this corner, effectively giving your team this entire area as space to walk through, okay? As we're walking in, their Genji ends up holding and he gets feeds because, you know, people still die to that stuff. Hazard tries to dive on us. I don't know if you missed that the cleanse right there. So if we look at this cleanse, so as we're coming in, out of the corner of my eye, so I see that our Tracer's kind of low, and out of the corner of my eye, you can see Hazard is about to come in. He's right there. You hit the cleanse on both of your team right here, so you just completely deny Hazard's value there. Now that maybe would have been a kill on the Lucio, who knows, but you're able to just cleanse these things and just deny value whenever you're able to see it coming. So now that we're able to deny all of Hazard's value and he used his cooldowns to walk in, we're able to now just push him and we're able to get the kill on him. Kiriko is, man, I'm telling you, Kiriko is the answer to this hero. I always thought it was Anna Brig, but I think it's Kiriko. I still think Anna's pretty good. It could be Anna Kiri, but it's strong. So now we're just kind of pushing in. I'm just pushing the cart. My team is just really cleaning up. They're just folding. As soon as they get antied, you just want to cleanse it every single time. And now you know they're about to touch, so you just want to put as much pressure in on them as possible as they try to touch here. Get the kill on Sojourn. So here comes the EMP, and then we still have beat. Beat comes up right now. We beat, and then we end up winning the fight. So we end up going in overtime, and we just stomp them like that. We end up winning the whole game. But really, it comes down to the fact that we have Lucio Kiri, and they have an Anna. They have more stationary characters, while ours can move around, and there's no target for Hazard. So I hope you learned something from this video. I know I've been playing a lot of Kiriko. She's really, really strong. I hope you learned something. Like and subscribe.